including fracking, the area of North Dakota, Montana, the Allegheny Mountains of West Virginia and Ohio, and West Texas and New Mexico, that have literally in 5 years gone to 1 million barrels a day in production. To put it in context, we were doing 5 million barrels a day in the whole country, offshore, onshore, 5 years ago, and now we're moving toward 9 million, which is what we use. So we're getting close to where in net, it won't be the same oil, we import some and we'll export some, but we're getting close to where we'll be a net exporter. And it's provided incredible economic boom in those areas. McDonald's worker in North Dakota makes $19 an hour. No unemployment. Just because people are churning, it's 1.2%.
Right.
And yet here in California, where we have the greatest reserves, there's this anti-oil, and ignoring that with oil comes the cleanest of all energy production, and that's natural gas. What's your position on, you have a history of oil industry?
Well, I have a history of working with them, the oil industry, but just to be realistic, like right now, for instance, we have companies leaving California with thousands of jobs. Everybody knows this. We have the United States military who they are letting a lot of people out of the service. So we have a lot of veterans that do not have jobs. We have probably, look how many kids we have, kids, young adults that are getting out of college that don't have opportunities. So you have all these things coming to...
we've burdened them with big loans.
Right, they're burdened with loans, they have it. So here they are, you take all these groups and you say they need job opportunities, and then you have the incumbent who I'm running against, and I said there was a difference between us. He is for the moratorium on gas and oil. He is saying yes on Measure P. I say no on Measure P because we have to move forward with technology. And fracking is not even something that's has anything to do with it. They're not fracking in Santa Barbara. So I don't understand why. He's a smart man. He knows we have people in the military getting out without job opportunities. He knows that colleges don't have job opportunities when they get out. This is known. We know we have a high unemployment rate, and there's companies leaving California. So how could he possibly say we don't need these jobs? I mean, that is absolutely one of the reasons I'm running for office. It's like, where is that concept? Sure, we like a clean environment. Everybody likes a clean environment. This has nothing to do with that.
Well, it's almost like, particularly in this energy field, that the ultra-environmentalists see a problem, and we had, boy, you go back 50 years, we had pollution, air pollution like crazy. It wasn't answered by saying no to the automobile.
Right.
It isn't answered by saying, no, stop.
It's
answered by technology.
Right.
It's answered by the kind of innovation you've talked about.
That's
we can answer the problem.
Right.
And it's funny, we are closing our coal plants. Well, they can be replaced by natural gas, but we had cleaned up our coal pollution dramatically, cut it, 80%, and now our coal's being sent to China where their plants are.
I mean, if you look at it and you say, okay, what is our concern? The environment, then it's considered, yes. All the environment, our coal that they have, in Midwest is jobs for those people. And we can keep moving forward with technology, and we can make it cleaner. I mean, it doesn't matter if we ship it to China, ship it somewhere else. Are we worried about the earth and the environment everywhere? Sure, we should be. So we need to keep it here. I mean, nobody has more strict regulations than we do in California. So some of the, I don't like to say environmentalists because I kind of believe that we're all environmentalists. We all care about the country, we all care about the environment, water, everything we do. But there's some people that are misguided environmentalists, I would say. They're misguided because they got misinformation, and they're being more emotional about it, and they don't have the information. But you have to move forward. We can't get rid of 6,000 jobs in Santa Barbara County because we say yes to Proposition P. We do not want to lose 6,000 jobs because we don't have a job for these people to go into. Now, cleaner energy, moving forward, I'm absolutely for it. But let's move forward with balance. Let's make sure we have these jobs. It would be great if we found a new source of energy that would be efficient. And guess what? We will move forward with that. But we're not going to, I will never sign anything that the people of the district or the state of California are going to lose a lot of jobs. And I don't think the president should have did what he's done with coal, put those people out of work. I think he should have did it with balance.
You tend to believe that as we drive around and see vacant buildings, as we know that the real unemployment rate is probably double what they say, because the minute somebody gives up and quits looking for a job, they're not counted as unemployed anymore.
Right.
40 years ago, if you look back at the old unemployment rates, they had factored in people who needed a job whether they were aggressively out working, looking for it. So the real unemployment rate is much higher. The underemployment rate is much higher. Your idea of creating those jobs is to aggressively tell people we want them here, we want them to stay here, and we want to help them in their job rather than be an impediment to them working.
A government's job is not to obstruct businesses, it's to promote it. And one of the bigger things is, like you say, okay, well, how do you tell California companies that we want them to stay?
You had a tax idea.
Right, yeah, I have an idea. How do you let them know we want them to stay? Because what you do is this. Every business, like right now, I think September 16th is the next quarterly due for businesses to pay their tax. If you pay taxes quarterly, you pay them different times. So say September 16th. Say, you're a business owner, you're a realtor, so you have to pay your quarterlies. So what happens is you make it to where all businesses, not just a specific business in specific areas, every business, give them a percentage of what their quarterlies are going to pay in. Let them put back in their business. They have this money, they're getting ready to write the check right now to the state of California to pay their quarterlies. I will get approved something in the legislature, even if it's 10%, 15%, 20%, we'll find a way to do it. Because in Texas, they don't even have a state tax. Mm-hmm. So if we say, look, keep 10% of what your estimated taxes are and put back into business, qualify it. You have to buy equipment, you have to hire someone, you have to hire someone part-time or pay all the employees, or you have to enhance your business. Enhance your business, you could hire a contractor to upgrade. Well, that just puts someone to work. You hire someone part-time that was on unemployment, or you hire them full-time. Wow, you just got them off unemployment. Awesome. They want to work, they want to do it, they want to come in here, but it sends a message. Could you imagine getting that letter from the state of California, say take a percentage of your estimated taxes and put it back in your business, has to qualify for this. You can write that check right now. I guarantee you, if you ask any business owner out there, say, you know what would you spend if you had $1,000? What would you put in your business? Oh, they're probably, I'll buy this, I'll buy that. They probably have a list right now. Yeah, and they have the money. So then in 3 months, we're going to know exactly how that benefited the state of California.
Yeah,
because of
the bureaucracy and, for want of a worse term, the liberals would say, but we have a budget and we can't give that money away. Well, first of all, it's not their money. Yeah, right on. But when you brought this idea up, because I thought about if you cut corporate taxes, you're going to have a trickle-down effect. Well, you're talking about not a trickle-down, a direct investment.
Direct investment right back into the communities, right back into the state of California.
And we know that the money, if you're buying equipment, hiring people, creating jobs, their taxes are going to more than overcompensate for the money that you're giving back to business, supposedly.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's no bureaucracy that's going to go in between. They're going to write that check. They're going to put it right back in their business.
Those
They do
people
their
are going to pay
has to be
taxes,
qualified.
and those people are going to pay taxes, and they're going to go to the restaurants, and they're going to go get their bicycle fixed, and those people are going to pay more taxes.
Right, absolutely.
So, unfortunately for me, the government might get more money out of your idea, but
And that's what we need to focus on. I mean, everybody's focused on, oh, we're going to cut this budget, we're going to do this, you know, we're going to take benefits away from this, you know, this agency, or we're going to take benefits from this or that. You know what? Why don't we take all this focus on putting people to work? All these industrial buildings we have, just look around. And anytime you drive around, when I see a building, I look inside, I go, how many employees they could have in there? You imagine 5 or 10 employees? I mean, all the stuff that we import from China, let's just take 10% and not import it. Just to California, just take 10% of what we import from China and let's build it ourselves. Believe me, we could do it.
Well,
we could absolutely do it.
with their cost of labor going up, their poor quality control, our cheaper energy, and not needing to transport it around the world, we're at a point where we can be competitive, where we can even undercut Chinese.
We've always been competitive, but it's a perception. You know, when we build something, I mean, it's amazing. Look at the stuff that has been built here. I mean, it lasts a long time. I mean, America builds the best stuff, I'm telling you. And it's, you know, we can do it.
So,
But that's what we need to do. You know, I was telling you about the business tax. I was telling you about for the EPA, the Cal EPA, Cal OSHA. You know, there's a lot of things. Like even Tesla. If you went on the Cal OSHA website, they were fined, I think, almost $100,000, and not too long ago, for some kind of violation. But I don't know if that played an effect on it or not. Them decide if they want to stay or go. Some of the businesses that I talked to, one story, a gentleman was telling me that they fought. They have a lawsuit with OSHA. It was $30,000 they were fined because an employee went where he wasn't supposed to go, and there was a sign there, and he admitted it. He said, hey, yeah, I shouldn't have did that. They still fined the business owner.
even though the employee took responsibility.
Yeah, the employee was great, took a responsibility. Everybody makes mistakes.
We're down to our last minute.
Wow.
Tell people what they can do to help you. And
what you can do to help me is vote for representatives that are pro-business, pro-you, pro-jobs. The biggest endorsement I could absolutely ask for is yours, the voter. Vote for me, and I won't let you down. I'm pro-business. I want to make sure you have a job, your quality of life is better for you and your family and your kids.
And go to your website. And
Go to my website, DeBlauw4assembly.com, www.DeBlauw4assembly.com, and vote for me. I'd appreciate it.
Ron, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.